if I'm Tony Khan, Natalya is a thing if I'm putting her in charge of the women's division.
Let's talk about Natalya and WWE. They've allegedly not arrived at a contract agreement. So, speaking of Tony Khan grabbing talent just for the heck of it, with already an insane payroll, I mean, is Natalya from the WWE to AEW a thing, and why would it be in your opinion?
See, bro, if I'm Tony Khan, Natalya is a thing if I'm putting her in charge of the women's division.
Yes.
That is the thing. Because, bro, first of all, you ain't going to mess with her. She'll beat you up. She'll hurt you. And, you know, bro, she's got legacy. She's been doing it for a long time, man. If I were Tony, I would put that entire women's division in her hands, bro.
I 100% agree with that.
But she can't be working too. I mean, if she still wants to work, you got to do one or the other, you know?
Yep, I'm with you there, because I mean, if you think about it, man, with what we see in the women's division in AEW, like, it's Toni Storm's over, love her character, really, really interesting. But other than that, I mean, yeah, you got some matches and things like that. Like, I like Willow Nightingale. I like her energy is cool. You know, she seems pretty cool. But overall, it's the same. It's matches. You know, match upon match upon match upon match. You know what I mean? So if they bring in someone like a Natalya, I mean, she'll just be thrown into the match log just like everybody else. She's not going to stand out. You know what I mean? Yep. So if WWE's already done a very poor job, you know, with your legacy for a long time. I mean, she's been a utility player, you know, just ridiculous. Like it's criminal how WWE uses her in many ways. Yeah. And so if AEW uses you the same way, you know, that's not going to help your legacy. But at the same time, you can pay it forward. You can contribute in a way that you'll feel more valued.
Yeah, you know, like Gail Kim's kind of doing that at TNA, right?
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Check out BrainBuster, the daily quiz that tests your WWE knowledge with winning streaks, stats, and more. It's time to see if you're up for the challenge.
Although Gail Kim had a much more consistent main event status than Natalya did, but she was highly, you know, respected in TNA. You know, there were times where she wasn't at the top, but she was still a prominent name. Natalya still is. I mean, didn't she make like a Guinness record or something like that?
Something like that,
or something like that. Yeah. So she's, you know, I called her the female Dolph Ziggler, man. She was like exactly like Dolph Ziggler to me in the WWE. Like they just throw her as an opener if they want to. They'll put her on a team if they want to. They'll give her, you know, a tag team championship if they want to. They'll build somebody over. They'll put her in the main event and have her in the main event feud for a little bit if they wanted to. She's just you were talking about the utility player one-on-one. Yeah. That was definitely Natalya, man, that they put her anywhere. Like, I know that you really emphasized character development and everybody having a spot and feeling valued. You know, there wasn't a lot of like utility players, you know, back in the Attitude Era as much. They all were characters and they were pretty consistent. Now, what was Vince McMahon's like philosophy when it comes to booking for someone like a Natalya creative?
He didn't, bro. He just wanted to know what the top guys were doing. Really? He didn't even concern himself with the rest of the roster, bro. That's a shoot. He wanted to know what Rock was doing, what's Austin doing. The rest of the roster, bro, he just left it all up to us.
So essentially, in these days, that would be more of like a Bruce, Triple H type of deal as far as how they're booking Natalya?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
And why has she been, in your opinion, why has she consistently been booked so poorly?
Because she allows herself to. She doesn't stand up for herself. She doesn't remind them who she is and what her legacy is. Natalya should not be yes or no, sir. Mm-hmm. She's royalty in the business. She's paid her dues. She's been around for a very, very long time, and she deserves that respect.
Do you think the 50-50 booking, the 50-50 matches, and not making people really stand out?
Absolutely.
Do you think that that's demoralizing to people psychologically, that they get to the point where they don't feel like that they're a commodity like they should?
Yeah, bro, because they don't understand the booking. And if you don't understand the booking, bro, you're not going to be into it. You're just not going to be into it. And I think that's the case with a lot of talent.
Yeah. I mean, they've thrown Natalya everywhere, man. I mean, she's teaming up with somebody else. I mean, she had a fart gimmick. You know what I mean?
What's her name? Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox. Yeah. She was with Tegan Knox. She was just, she was with Tamina Snuka. She was just, she's been thrown in every tag team known to man.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything with her consistently. It hasn't for a long time, man.
Yeah.
And it's just difficult to see her come out. And she just recently lost to Kiana James or whatever from NXT.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she had a Raw debut beating Natalya and has been absolutely pointless since then. You know what I mean? And if you're Natalya, why don't you say something about that?
Yeah.
I mean, at least look, if I'm going to be losing, at least make them count. At least make these losses count. Exactly. Okay, cool. I'll put Kiana James over, but in 3 months, I better see her in some type of world title match. You know what I mean? Because I'm her launch pad to that.
That was like Cena putting over Austin Theory.
Sure. Yeah.
Like what? Really, bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would that lead to? You know what I mean? Over the past year. I mean, yeah, he had a tag team championship run now with Grayson Waller.
Wow.
But, okay, whoop-de-doo, 1, and then 2, what a fall from grace as being, just a prominent main eventer who won Money in the Bank and was just really kind of like the next chosen person from Vince McMahon. And yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, man. Have you seen the WrestleMania behind the scenes thing? You plan on seeing it? If there was one documentary that's you're like, you know what, I think I might check that out. Have you ever
the Bray one?
Okay,
but I haven't watched it. But that's the one I would watch.
Yeah, go check that out, man. It's pretty good. It's a really, really good documentary. Man. I think you'd enjoy it. It's emotional, but I think that they did a really good job depicting Bray Wyatt, and then Bo's. A lot of it was Bo's influence to just commemorating Bray and going to the shop where he was getting all the costumes made, with his best friend and things like that, and talking to him. So it was interesting, and it was a teaser at the end of it too that a lot of people were talking about what we see with this Wyatt 6. So so we shall see what that leads us to. So all of this will be interesting. Natalya to AEW, that will be quite interesting if that happens, man. But unfortunately, I wish that WWE would have made her a lot better. And she's Hall of Fame. She's a Hall of Fame quality competitor. Now, do you think that she should just accept a WWE offer or offer to be an agent instead?
Not if she still wants to work.
You know what I'm saying? You think she does? You think?
Yeah, and I mean, I think she's young enough to still be working. I think that's what she wants to do.
She's about 40, 41 now, isn't she?
Yeah, but still, she's got, I mean, God, that's how old Damian Priest is, no?
Yeah, but I mean, she's 42 now. So yeah, she's put in a lot of work, man. And why would she want to continue to wrestle matches in WWE program?
Because she feels she didn't get her just due in the WWE. No, that's why she would want to go to AEW.
Right. So I understand why she would go to AEW.
No, she knows things in the WWE will never change. She knows that.
But if she went to AEW, you know good and well that she would want to come back to WWE, and she would absolutely, without breathing twice, accept like an agent offer. And because Bobby Roode even said it, he said, nah, he said he's actually cleared, you know, to go back into the ring. But he was like, no, I'm good. Like less bumps, less commitment. You know, my legacy doesn't have to continue to be tarnished by losing these matches and just being in these nothing feuds. Man, I'm living the dream. And he was a part of the WrestleMania weekend as far as being in hand with Michael Hayes with booking the main event. Yeah. So I mean, he's making some huge strides as an agent, man. So good for him. I mean, stuff like that is great, man.
Yeah.
So, this guy right here is Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris. This is the Wrestling Outlaws. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. So long.